Lamborghini's making motorcycles, Ducati's making Lamborghinis. This is a very troubling time in my life, Dave. It's very confusing. I don't know what to think anymore. Welcome back to Long Way Home, everyone. The place where getting your motorcycle news is easier than getting your ass kicked at Sturgis for showing up on a Honda Rebel 1100, but not by much. Let's be clear on this one. The chance of you getting one of these Lamborghini Ducati love childs is close to zero. Ducati's only making 630 of these and they are most probably all sold out by now. They only made 63 of the Lamborghini Sians this bike is modeled upon, and those were sold even before the launch event went live. This, however, doesn't mean that we can spend a few minutes basking in the beauty that is Italian design and wishing we were also millionaires. Stick around so we can pretend we're somebody else, but together. Fun fact here, Ducati is owned by Lamborghini, Lamborghini is owned by Audi, and Audi is owned by the Volkswagen Group. You know, the guys which have trouble sharing with the world how much their cars actually pollute. The Ducati Diavel 1260 Lamborghini is a joint effort between the two companies, which has resulted in a bike that, I don't care where you're from, is just beautiful. Italian design at its best. The car that it's inspired from is last year's Lamborghini Sian, a maniac of a car. Lamborghini rightly calls it a piece of art, but a piece of art of the future. It's a hypercar, and we all know the official definition of a hypercar is that which goes really, really fast, but it's not your standard hypercar. And since Sian means lightning, this is a hybrid hypercar. In an effort to slowly start moving over to electric, Lamborghini developed this hybrid drive, which together with the car's internal combustion engine puts out a measly 819 horsepower, meaning that this is the most powerful Lamborghini ever produced. This means a 0 to 100 time of 2.8 seconds, and to give you some context, the 0 to 100 time of the new 1250 GS is at a snail's pace of 3.6 seconds. For all those of you which ride bikes over 120 horsepower, you know the absolute brutality which can be experienced in a fun way when completely twisting the throttle. None of them, however, compare to Tesla's 2-second 0 to 100 time. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. There. 100 kilometers an hour. If you've never been in a Tesla that's got its pedal to the metal, do yourself a favor and try it. Much better than any roller coaster out there. Moving over to the reason we're all here, Lambo and Ducati's love child, the Diavel 1260, comes in the same dirty green paint as the Sian, or verdegea, green ice as Lamborghini calls it. Now, if you were expecting an 819 horsepower Diavel, you will be disappointed. The same goes if you were expecting a hybrid motorcycle with an electric engine hidden in there somewhere. Mechanically, this is the same as a Diavel 1260S, but cosmetically, oh boy. The first thing that jumps out at you are the wheels. Aluminium forged, they are finished in the same gold color as on the Lamborghini, and the spokes have had their edges machined. Pretty nifty looking. One of the iconic shapes of any Lamborghini is the Y shape, as can be seen on the front here and on most of their cars. The Y shape has been carried over to the Diavel, firstly on the seat, which gets tiny Y indentations, and also on the carbon fiber end can, which mimics a hexagonal design. If you take a look at the carbon fiber air intakes on each side of the tank, you will see that they also have been designed to mimic the car's side inlets. A lot of the Sian's design language has been replicated on the Diavel, and this can be seen on the seat cowl, the belly pan, and even on the mudguards. You're basically getting the closest to what a bike would look like if Lamborghini designed one. Except, as I said before, you probably can get this one since they're only making 630 units and they're probably all gone by now. And because the target market for these bikes is mostly made up of eccentric billionaires, on startup, the TFT display will show the Ducati and the Lamborghini logos along with a side view of the bike in case you forgot what you were riding after a night fueled by drugs and alcohol. The price tag for the Lambo bike is a whopping $32,000 US, meaning that you are paying a premium of almost $12,000 for the privilege of owning one of these limited edition beauties. Bad investment, good for the soul. Ducati is also selling a 3/4 helmet painted with the same green color as the bike with the number 63 badging, a tribute to Lamborghini's foundation in 1963. And no, it's not included in the meager $32,000 price. You have to buy it separately. Beautiful bike, beautiful package. Dave, I want one. It's comments time, but I don't know what to ask you since who's gonna buy it? Unless, is one of you buying this beauty or have you bought it already? Let us know down below. And also, what other interesting love childs would you like to see from motorcycle manufacturers? Like a Ferrari supercar maybe, or a Ford F-150 inspired road glide. No, hold on, that one already looks like a truck. Anyway, the comment section is your friend. Well, that's the show for today, everyone. If you've enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, and if you think you've learned something new, consider subscribing or becoming one of our Patreons to help us make more of these shows. Cheers, and I'll see you on the next one.